Welcome back to Ads Academy by Helium 10. I am Bradley Sutton and I'm joined by
Desi Rashan.
And we are going to get into this series of modules on the topic of bid optimization strategies. Now that's a mouthful. We're going to learn how to be a boss, right? Bid optimization strategy. You see what I did there?
Wow, that was impressive.
All right. So bid optimization strategies. Now, what are we talking about when we talk about bids? There's cost per clicks, there's bids, there's targets. There's a lot of these terms that hopefully you guys are learning together with us. But in particular, what is this referring to?
So bid optimization is a difficult one because it's one of the most important things that you can get right or wrong when it comes to Amazon advertising. In reality, when we talk about bids, we're talking about the auction model that allows you to show up on the page. Think about buying real estate. When someone's starting a business, they always say location, location, location. Bid is what influences our location. The higher we bid, the better on the page we show up. If we bid really high, we're going to show up with the number one sponsored product ad at the top of the page that we looked at earlier. If we bid really low, we're going to show up on page 2 or page 3, but it's going to be cheap. So it could be really profitable for us. So when we start diving into bid optimization strategies as a whole, we're going to cover this. And then we're also going to get into all of the little nuances of bid management, whether it's manual or automated or rules-based or fixed or placement modifiers. There's a million different things that come into play when we're talking about bids. That's going to be the core focus of these modules.
Maybe you've never done anything as far as bidding for when it comes to advertising, but perhaps you've bid on an auction website like eBay or something. Like there was some old Pokemon card set that you were bidding on, and then how you might have done it is, if it was like a 7-day auction, is you're like, you know what, I'm going to bid $30. And then the current bid is $15. Now, if nobody else bids and the current bid was $15, you're not paying $30 for that Pokemon card set. You're only paying the $15. If somebody else bids $16, well, then maybe your next bid comes in at $17. Is that similar to how it works on Amazon when we're talking about bidding and advertising?
Absolutely. It's an auction model. And that's why it's so important to have an understanding of the market and demand. Because if someone else is going and bidding $30 on that number one sponsored product ad, you're going to have to bid a little bit higher or assume that the market demand is going to push for higher CPCs, which is incredibly important. I know like in this intro module, it can be kind of overwhelming, but your bid and your CPC, which is cost per click, have a direct correlation with your ACoS and your ROAS, which is hopefully what we're going to be able to showcase here.
What's a reason on why bidding is not just a set it and forget it exercise?
Well, I mean, there's a million reasons on why you should not be setting and forgetting your bid management. Your bid management should be one of the most important things that you do almost daily, I would say, depending on a few things. But the main reason being is the market changes frequently. And as Bradley said, it's an auction. So you're not the only player in an auction. When you are bidding on something in an auction, there's constantly people hopping in and hopping out. And with that, it's a fluctuation in that placement. So maybe one day the highest bid is 23 cents. But maybe the next day someone comes in and bids $5 and someone else bids $6. That's going to be a huge change in traffic that's directly going to correlate whether or not you win that position.
Absolutely. All right. So when we talk about bid optimization, there's a lot of different kind of strategies that we can talk about. Let's go ahead and hop into that in the next module.